Hello, my dear students. Hope you all are fine and very energetic. Let's come to problem set 2, second chapter, problem set 2. So, to start with, here, the first question basically they are MCQs. So, to deal with the MCQs, you don't have to write everything in detail, but definitely you have to solve questions on your own. And if it is possible for you to present it on the paper, it's good basically. See, the first one, what they are doing, out of the following, which is a Pythagorean triplet. So you have to identify the Pythagorean triplet. So for your knowledge, actually speaking, just to compare over here, I am writing this. A is given as 1, 5, 10. B is given as 3, 4, 5. C is given as 2, 2, 2. And D is given as 5, 5, 2. See, my dear students, out of the following, which is only one is going to be a Pythagorean triplet. Definitely C is not a Pythagorean triplet. This is gone because this is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle cannot be a right angle triangle. Equilateral triangle has all the angles 60, 60, 60. There is no 90 degree over here. So this is gone. Now to compare this here, so basically what you should do, largest side square. See, now by now you should be able to understand this and write this. I am writing this in short and this is how you have to write it. Largest side square. So what is the largest side over here? 10 square is equal to 100. Okay, this is equal to 100. And then the other sides are what? See, 10 square is equal to 100. The other sides are 1 square plus 5 square. This is going to be 1 plus 25. This is going to be 26. You can see this 100 and 26 are not equal. So this also is not. Talking about B, 3, 4, 5. Largest side is equal to 5 square, that is equal to 25. Okay. And then we have to compare the other two, square of the other two, and then add the other two. That will become 9 plus 16. This also is 25. So you can see that B is your answer. Just to check about D. D, if you take, it is 5, 5, 2. Basically it is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles right angle triangle is definitely possible. Is definitely possible. But my dear students, if you check over here, by no chance can we have isosceles triangle is giving this is 5 and this is 5. How can this hypotenuse be 2? No, hypotenuse is always the greatest side. This is basically something of this sort. The triangle will be looking something of this sort. Isosceles triangle, this is 5, this is 5 and this is 2. So there is no chance for this. But still, if we go to compare, see, largest side will be 5 square is equal to 25. Other two sides I take, that will be 5 square plus 2 square, that will be 25 plus 4, that will be 29. They are not equal, my dear students. So the answer will be B, 3, 4, 5. This is rough work I am doing. So you can write over there your answer as question number 1. B, 3, 4, 5. They are basically consecutive numbers. This is your answer. Okay, my dear students. So now going to the next question, second. Here what are they telling? In a right angle triangle, if the sum of the squares of the sides making right angle is 169. See, basically what are they telling? This is the right angle triangle, and sum of the squares making right angle. This squares. Supposing I take A, B, C. AB square plus BC square. Sum of, see, you have to understand this, sum of what? Squares of sides making right angle. Squares and then sum of that is equal to 169. What is the length of the hypotenuse? So basically by Pythagoras theorem we know AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. They have given AB square plus BC square is 169. Therefore, if you take the square root of this, you will get AC is equal to 13. You have 13 over here. The answer will be B is equal to B13. Okay, fine. So here we will get for question number 2 Answer is B. Okay, so this way we have finished this also. Now going to the third question. Out of the dates given below, which date constitutes a Pythagorean triplet? So here again the story is saying there are three numbers 15, 8, 17. Is this a Pythagorean triplet? Is this a Pythagorean triplet? See here, this also cannot be, because 16, 16, isosceles triangle. Isosceles right angle triangle is possible, but only if the third side, which is not congruent side, has to be greater than these two. So this also is not going to be. Considering this, you can try this. You will have to try this also. So to check on this, what I will do is that, see, considering A, 15, 8 and 17. So of course I will have to take the largest side square first. LS, largest side square will be 17 square, that will be 289, my dear students. Fine. And the other two sides which are remaining, I have to take the square of them and then add them. So it will become 15 square plus 8 square. 15 square is 225, 8 square is 64. If I add them, they will become 289. So definitely these both are equal. So this is your answer. If you give it a try on others, just for your knowledge sake, see 3, 5 and 17. If I take 17 square, the largest side, it is equal to 289. Fine. Then the other two sides, I have to take the square of them and then add them. Fine. This will become 9 plus 25. That will give me 36. So these are not congruent. Okay, my dear students. Same will be the story with 4, 9 and 15. 4, 9, 15. The largest side is 15. I will take the square of largest side. It is 225. Then the remaining two sides, I have to take the square of them and then add them. That will become 16 plus 9 nines are 81. 81, 91 plus 6 will give me 97. So these also are not congruent. So my only one thing that is matching with this, by converse of Pythagoras theorem, A, 15, 8, 17 is my answer. They are going to have a Pythagorean triplet. So here what do I write? For question third, my answer is A, which is 15, 08, 17. Okay. Now going to the question number 4. Question number 4. If what are they telling is that if A, B, C are sides of a triangle and A square plus B square is equal to C square. Fine. So definitely these are the sides of a triangle. A square plus B square is equal to C square. So this is going to be your hypotenuse, other two sides. So the triangle will look something of this sort. A, B, C. Sorry, C. So you will get C square is equal to A square plus B square. Name the type of a triangle. Definitely the triangle will be not an obtuse angle triangle. It is going to be a right angle triangle. Definitely not an. It can be an acute angle triangle, but in an acute angle triangle, it is a right angle triangle, not an equilateral triangle, not an obtuse angle triangle. Acute angle triangle, yes, it is basically an acute angle triangle, but in that also it is precisely right angle triangle. Acute angle triangle will be basically, no, not an acute angle triangle, because all the three angles have to be less than 90 degrees. Sorry. All the three angles have to be less than 90 degree. So here one angle is not less than 90 degree, it is equal to 90 degree. So basically it is a right angle triangle. Fine. So you will write the answer for 4 is C. Okay. Now going to the next one. What are they asking me over here is that for the fifth one, they are asking me, find the perimeter of a square if its diagonal is 10 root 2 centimeter. See, my dear students, you have to remember the formula for diagonal of a square. See, remember this diagonal of a square is equal to side root 2. This is the main formula. Now what are you dealing with? Find the perimeter of a square. For perimeter of a square, the formula is four into side. You will require to find side. Do you have the side? No, they have given you diagonal. Its diagonal is 10 root 2. So you will have to find diagonal first. So considering this formula that is given to that we are known, diagonal of a square is equal to side root 2. Side will be equal to, I will have to shift root 2 on the other side. Root 2 is a coefficient over here. It will go on the divide on the other side. It will become diagonal of square upon root 2 is equal to side. This will be your formula then. See, this is not fair. I am telling you what you are going to solve. This is a rough work, but definitely solve this also on the paper, then also it's okay. So diagonal will be what? 10 root 2. So in place of diagonal, I will write 10 root 2 upon root 2 will be equal to side. So root 2 is gone, so I will get side is equal to 10. Fine, centimeter. Now side I have got, it is 10 centimeter. Perimeter of a square is 4 into side. Therefore perimeter of square will be 4 into, what is the side? 10. 40 centimeter will be my answer. Is it there in that? Yes, 40 centimeter. Fine. So the answer will be D, 40 centimeter. Fine. So question number 5. Now going to the 6th question. Here they are telling that altitude on the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle divides it into two parts. See, basically here also you should be able to draw the diagram, my dear students. Altitude means basically is a perpendicular drawn on the opposite side. It is a perpendicular drawn on the opposite side. But here they are telling altitude on the hypotenuse means perpendicular drawn on the hypotenuse. So basically hypotenuse is there, that means there is a right angle triangle, and perpendicular is drawn on the hypotenuse. It is like this. Are you getting? So altitude on the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle divides it. It means it divides the hypotenuse into two parts of length 4 centimeter and 9 centimeter. Find the length of the altitude. You have to find the length of the perpendicular. So basically now you will understand that this is basically going to have a geometric mean, because a perpendicular is shot from the vertex of right angle to the hypotenuse. So definitely this is a geometric mean. So here this you will get by geometric mean. This, let this be altitude to be A. So you will get A square is equal to 4 into 9. 4 into 9. So you will get A square is equal to 4 9s are 36. So A is equal to 6. Do you have 6 over there? Yes. So your answer is C, 6 centimeter. So answer is C, 6 centimeter. Now going for question number 7. In question number 7, what are they telling is that height and base of a right angle triangle are 24 centimeter and right angle triangle. Basically again we have the same thing. This is the right angle triangle. Height is 24, base is 18 centimeter of course. Find the length of the hypotenuse. So again that is the case. Hypotenuse square is equal to 1 square 24 square plus 18 square. So if you will solve this, 24 square by now you should be knowing it is 576 if I am not mistaken. Yes. And 18 square I will have to calculate. 324. Fine. If I add these all, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7, 8, 900. So this will be 30 if I take the square root of this. So H will be 30. Do I have 30? Yes. So 7th will be B, 30. Now going to the 8th question. Here you have to be now careful again. So in triangle ABC, AB is equal to 6 root 3 centimeter, AC is equal to 12. See, basically if I go to solve, if I just draw any triangle and I don't know anything, AB is equal to 6 root 3, BC is equal to 6 and AC is equal to 12. Find the measure of angle A. See, when they ask something like that, you have to be very careful, but there are very heavy chances that the triangle is 30, 60, 90 or 45, 45, 90. Out of this 45, 45, 90 is no question. The reason behind this is that basically 45, 45, 90 means isosceles right angle triangle. Here no two sides are congruent. So this is out of question. 30, 60, 90 you will have to guess. See here the largest side is 12. So if hypotenuse is 12, so one side has to be half of this 12. You have got this 16, 6. So chances are there that now the triangle looks something like that. This is A, this is your 90 degree, this is B, this is C. Chances are there that this is AC is equal to 12 and BC is equal to 6. So this will be 30 degree, because we know 30 degree side opposite to 30 degree is exactly half of the hypotenuse. So if this 12 is hypotenuse, and that is because 12 is the largest side, that's why I am taking 12 as the hypotenuse considering. So 6 is right. So now this will be 60 degree then, and if this is 60 degree, this has to be what? AB has to be by formula root 3 upon 2 times hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 12. Are you getting my thing? Side opposite to 60 degree is equal to root 3 upon 2 times hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 12. If I solve this, I get 6 root 3 and this is right. That means definitely this is a right. This is a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle with AC equal to 12, hypotenuse, BC equal to 6, which is side opposite to 30 degree, and 6 root 3 is the side opposite to 60 degree. Now what are they asking me? Find measure of angle A. Angle A is equal to 30 degree. Okay. This is how I am getting it. Okay. You don't have to show all this working over there. You just have to come to a decision. Fine. I hope you understood what I am telling and what I am doing, how I am doing. See, if I just give you once more the explanation. See, I have to consider that supposing if this is 12, why I am choosing this to be the hypotenuse? Because this is the largest side. 6 root 3, 6 and 12. Among these three numbers, 12 is the largest number. So if I consider this to be 12 as the hypotenuse, then do I have another one among the two other one? Do I have a number which is exactly half of 12? Exactly half of 12 is 6 and it is there. So that means this will be 6. Chances are there that this angle opposite to 6 will be 30 degree. And then this has to be 60 degree. For now, this to confirm that this triangle of mine is right, 60 degree, the side opposite to 60 degree, this is side opposite to 60 degree AB. By formula it is root 3 upon 2 times hypotenuse AC. So if I substitute the value of hypotenuse, I am getting, do I have 6 root 3? Yes, I have 6 root 3. In that case, this triangle of mine is a right triangle that I have traced. And then in that case, I can see angle A is 60 degree, angle A is 30 degree, angle C is 60 degree and angle B is 90 degree. Whatever they ask me, I'll answer that. So with this, we have finished question number 1. Question number 2 are all descriptive questions, so we will have to solve them all. So considering this question number 1, what have they given us? Find the height of an equilateral triangle having side 2A. Find height of having side 2A. Okay, fine. See, my dear student, this you have to be very careful. Equilateral triangle is always divided into 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. Try to understand this. See, basically this you will be coming across this thing many number of times. Equilateral triangle definitely has 60, 60, 60, right? So this, if supposing this is A, B, C. So AB is 2A, BC is 2A, AC is also 2A. And they are all 60, 60, 60. If I draw a perpendicular from A to BC, this makes me AD is 90 degree, angle ADB is 90 degree because AD is perpendicular to BC by construction. So definitely this is 60, this is 90, so this angle BAD, this has to be 30 degree, right? Only this much has to be 30 degree because remaining angle of a triangle ABD. I am talking about triangle ABD. So now what are they asking me? Find the height of equilateral triangle. So I have to find AD. So I can prove this triangle ABD is a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, and then AD in triangle ABD, AD is the side opposite to 60 degree. I will apply the formula of side opposite to 60 degree and find AD. That's all. So what do I do over here? See, triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. This is basically given to me. Fine. Then therefore angle B is equal to 60 degree. Basically we know angle A, angle C as a whole are also 60 degree. But now you know that we are going into this triangle and we are going to talk about angle B. So we will concentrate on angle B because reason here is angle of equilateral triangle. Fine. Now here we required construction. So that is done. So now you will tell in triangle ABD, angle ABD is equal to 60 degree, angle ADB is equal to 90 degree, therefore angle BAD is equal to 30 degree. There is a reason for this will be remaining angle of triangle. Fine, this will be the reason for that. So we have got therefore triangle ABD is 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. Okay, so here we reach ABD is 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. Then we have to find AD. AD is side opposite to 60 degree. AD is equal to formula root 3 upon 2 times hypotenuse is AB. Reason side opposite to 60 degree is equal to root 3 upon 2 times hypotenuse. Fine. So by substitution AD I don't know, root 3 upon 2 times 2A, this is substitution. So when you solve this you will get AD, 2 and 2 goes, root 3A. This is the height of equilateral triangle. See my dear student, this is basically what? Side root 3, side root 3. See, this is another formula that you have to understand, but then no, you can't take that. Root 3 upon 2 times A, actually that is the formula. Basically try to understand. You have to remember this diagonal of square is always equal to side root 2 and height of equilateral triangle is always root 3 upon 2 times its side. This is the actual formula, root 3 upon 2 times its side. Fine. These formulas you have to remember, some means they really, when you have to, for MCQs, when you are handling MCQs, they will help you to reach to the solution faster. So in this way we have finished question number first of question number 2. Now we go to question number 2. Do sides 7 centimeter, 24 centimeter, 25 centimeter form a right angle triangle. So basically this is same. See here, 7 centimeter, 24 centimeter, 25 centimeter. So out of this I will take the largest side, square of largest side. Basically now we have to present this. Largest side is equal to 25 centimeter. Now 25 centimeter, it's okay. So you will have to take the square of largest side. This will be 625. Fine, this will be a 1. And then the remaining two sides, 7 square plus 24 square. So basically we write it separate. 7 square is equal to 49. 24 square is equal to 576. If I add these two, I get 576 plus 49, 12, 625. So from 1 and 2, square of largest side is equal to the sum of squares of other two. Therefore 7 centimeter, 24 centimeter, 25 centimeter form a right angled triangle with 25 centimeter as hypotenuse. The reason is converse of Pythagoras theorem. So this will be more than sufficient. Okay, my dear students, so this we go to the next question. Question number 2, third one. Find the length of the diagonal of a rectangle having sides 11 centimeter and 60 centimeter. So this is again the same old story, my dear student. This is basically a rectangle. Find the length of the diagonal of a rectangle. So this will be the diagonal of a rectangle. A, B, C, D. This is 60. This is 11. You have to find diagonals. That's all, my dear students. So here of course presentation counts a lot. You will first tell quadrilateral A, B, C, D is a rectangle, and this basically I am telling because it is given. Therefore angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. Reason, angle of a rectangle. This you have to bring it to notice because then only you have the authority to apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC by Pythagoras theorem, you will get AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So AC square you have to find. AB is 11 square, BC is 60 square, 121, 6 6 are 36, and then double zeros. So this will give you AC square is equal to 3721. Now you have to find the square root of 3721. 10, 11, 12, 13. This is slightly, as I told you have to do some rough work over here. See, you have to reach to 3721. So the best one that you have to go, see, basically it's very difficult to trace like this because this is not divisible by 2, this is not divisible by 3, not divisible by 5, and then proceeding further is really very difficult. So better what you can do is that try to trace it. See, go from 10 square 100, it's quite far. 20 square 400, quite far. 30 square 900, quite very far. 40 square 1600, far. 50 square 2500, far. 60 square 30,600. Now we are coming closer. 70 square 4900. So that means this is basically 3721. The square root of this is lying between 60 and 70, because 60 square is 3600, which is less than this. 70 square is 4900, which is greater than this. So your square root is between 60 and 70. Now you should take another chance is with that with 65. 65. If you find the square of 65, it will be 4225. So now if you will see, 4225 is greater than this. 60 is square 3600 is lesser than this. 65 square is 4225, which is greater than this. So now your square root is lying between 60 and 65. And now you will have to check between 60 and 65 means 61, 62, 63, 64. These four numbers are there. If I take 61 square, the 1 1 is 1. Are you getting my point? 61 into 61, 1 1 is 1. So my unit place will give me 1. So chances are this, because here also my unit place is 1. If I go for 62 square, so 62 into 62, 2 2s are 4. My unit place will be 4. My unit place I want it to be 1. So 62 not possible. Similarly 63 into 63, 3 3s are 9. So this also is not possible. Here 4 4s are 16. The unit place will be 6. Are you getting? So this also is not possible. 61 I should try. 61 into 61. 1 1s are 1. 6 1s are 6. 6 6 are 36. 1. 6 plus 6, 12. 7, 3. Yes. So 61 is my right square root. See, this is a very nice technique, my dear students. Try to master this. Try doing this. You will get AC is equal to now 61 centimeter. Therefore, diagonals of rectangle ABCD, that is AC, is equal to BD is equal to 61 centimeter. Okay, here actually one more reason is expected. Diagonals of rectangle are congruent. That is the reason AC is equal to BD. Otherwise, why will AC be equal to BD? Fine. So this is over, my dear students. So with this, we go to the next question. That is question number 4. What are they asking me over here is find the length of the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle if the remaining sides are 9 centimeter and 12 centimeter. See, remaining sides are, you can do it in this way also. Let the hypotenuse be equal to x centimeter. So you know now by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. The hypotenuse you have considered as x, so it will be x square, and they are telling one side is 9, the other one is 12. So this will be 9 square plus 12 square. So you get x square is equal to 9 9s are 81, 12 12s are 144. So you get this as 5 8 9 10 11 12 225. So if I take the square root of both the sides, I get x is equal to 15. Therefore, hypotenuse is equal to 15 centimeter. Okay. So now we can go to the fifth question over here. Fifth question, a side of an isosceles right angle triangle is x centimeter. See, now they are talking about isosceles right angle triangle. Side is x, this also is x. Find its hypotenuse. Fine. So you can, if you want, you can label them and then use it like this also. So you can tell triangle PQR is isosceles right angled triangle, and this is basically given. Therefore let it is given na? Therefore PQ is equal to QR is equal to x. Fine, they have given this is equal to x. So one side is x, the other also has to be x. That is what we have to show. Now in triangle PQR by Pythagoras theorem, what you get is PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. The PR square we don't have. We have to find this. PQ square is x square. So you have PR square is equal to 2x square. Now you should know to find square root of PR square. So it will be PR. X square will have a square root. It will become 1x and get out of the radical. Root 2 will stay inside the radical. So this is basically PR. What are they asking? Find its hypotenuse. So you will write over here hypotenuse is equal to x root 2 centimeter. Okay, my dear students. So with this now I can go to question number 6. Question number 6 of question number 2. In triangle PQR, PQ is equal to root 8, QR is equal to root 5, PR is equal to root 3. Is triangle PQR a right angle triangle? If yes, which angle is 90 degree? So basically, if supposing we have a chance, we hold a chance that it is a right angle triangle, by any chance if there is a chance, so which side can be hypotenuse? Among root 8, root 5, root 3, okay? I hope you all are able to see it or read it. Among root 8, root 5, root 3, which one is the largest one? Root 8 is the largest one. This will be anything now. PQ they have told is root 8. So PQ will be root 8 and then this is R. So you can say largest side is equal to PQ is equal to root 8. PQ square is equal to root 8 square is equal to 8 units. Fine. And the remaining one, PR is equal to root 5. This is your 1. Fine. PR is equal to root 5. Therefore, PR square is equal to root 5 square. So you will get PR square is equal to 5. Similarly, RQ is equal to root 3. So RQ square will be root 3 square. So RQ square will be 3. So adding this PR square and RQ square, 5 plus 3 I will have to add, that will be equal to 8. So this is also 8, this is also 8. So you will tell over here PQ square is equal to PR square plus RQ square. Therefore, triangle PQR is a right angled triangle. For this the reason is converse of Pythagoras theorem with PQ as hypotenuse, right? That is the largest side, that is the hypotenuse. So the PQ ka opposite side will be, angle will be R. Therefore, what are they asking you first of all? Which angle is right of 90 degree? Which angle is of 90 degree? They are asking you this. Therefore, angle R is equal to 90 degree. Okay, my dear students. With this I stop over here. Soon we will proceed further. Okay. Up to question number 1 and 2 we have finished. Soon we will continue with the other part. Okay, my dear students. Thank you lots. Stay home, stay safe, and most important, stay happy. See you all soon. Thank you.